Our next speaker is from Hyderabad, Mr. CVLN Prasad. You are holding a position of Features Editor in Andhra Jyothy Group of Publications, Hyderabad. You have 23 years of experience in various branches of journalism, including spiritual journalism. You are one of the first science reporters from Andhra Pradesh. Brother CVLN Prasad had received many awards, including Best Journalist Award from state and central government. Humbly, I am requesting Mr. Prasad ji to share his insights.
Thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk about the challenges and the responsibilities of media. I can say in the changing times. It is a very interesting and I can say it's a challenging subject because in the last few years, as we all aware, the media exploded like anything. Earlier, we used to have only print media. Then electronic media came up. Then the digital medium. Now the digital medium spread its wings like anything. Now it has the different various formats in the digital mediums, which is giving the news not in minute by minute. It is giving the news in seconds. It reaches, in a jiffy to all the places. For example, now this particular seminar in which we all participating is reaching to the, I'm sure it is reaching to the millions of people across the globe. So it is very interesting to understand the various dimensions in this media scenario. First, let us talk about the challenges. Then let us talk about the opportunities. And then we can analyze both the things and we can say how we can make best out of both the things. First, let us talk about the challenges, because as a feature editor of one of the big media houses, every day I face a lot of challenges. The challenges not in the term of manpower, not in the term of some other aspect. It is about the sourcing of the information. The sourcing of the information, which is very key to any media, is very, very, very important. So while sourcing the information, we face three important problems. One is the quality of the information. The second is the authenticity of the information. The third is the credibility of the source. First, let us talk about the quality of the information. Normally, as Indians, we are not very good in giving the good and quality information. The data which we get, the data we collect, because traditionally we are not very good in keeping the records. Probably that might be the reason. We are not very good in giving the good quality data. Good quality, because unless we get the good quality data, we won't get the good quality information. So the both are interrelated. So the quality of the data and the quality of the information is, most of the times, it is not above to the standards. It is below the standards. That is the one challenge. The second important issue is the authenticity of the information. Most of the times, as I said earlier also, because the social media, so much of explosion so many channels, so many YouTube channels, and so many websites giving the information without the verifying the authenticity of the information is causing a lot of trouble. Because if in a, say for example, if you see in a hover, the all the websites and the all the YouTube channels and the all the normal satellite channels provide us about 100 to 200 news clippings. So in out of 200 news clippings, how to get distinguished, okay, how to distinguish what is the good and authenticated information and what is not, that is very important. Because in a newspaper what we get is we have our original sources to get the and to give the information. The second, we always depend on the news agencies to get the information. Nowadays what is happening is the news agencies were also getting some kind of perplexed by the flow of the information, and most of the times they are giving they are giving the information without authenticating and cross-checking the information. That is the second challenge. And the third challenge is the credibility of the sources. It is very, very important, because the intention of the source is always very important in giving a good news story. So the credibility of the stories is, because the avenues are so many for the people. So the credibility of the sources always been a problem. These three are very important challenges. Now let us come to the opportunities part. Now as I said, the explosion of the digital media is certainly a boon, because now after a long time we got an opportunity to expand further and give more information to the readers. Now there is no depth of information to the readers. Now all the digital platforms are available, so all the apps are available. So if somebody wants to push their particular news, they can push it in a seconds, so that the opportunities are wide. Here I can say there are two opportunities, particularly with the digital platforms, two opportunities available with the reader or to the viewer. The first thing is about the speed. We can push the news very fast to the readers, to their mobiles. Say for example, if earlier the reader has to read only a newspaper or watch TV to get some information or some motivation or whatever, right? Nowadays what is happening is, if you have a app, if you have a digital platform, you can disseminate the news in seconds. The good part is you can send it to wide range of the people within seconds. That is one aspect. And the another aspect is the across the geographical locations you can push it. Say for example, the Telugu speaking people were spread all across the globe. Some were there in America, some were there in Africa and Malaysia, Singapore, everywhere, right? Okay. So, and at the same time, there were some Telugu speaking people in Mount Abu, and there was some in Delhi and Mumbai and everywhere, right? They were spread across. Now, earlier, if they wanted to know something, what is happening in Hyderabad or Visakhapatnam or somewhere in Andhra Pradesh or in Telangana, they need to rely on the newspapers. It is very difficult to get, or the news channels, which is very rare in earlier days. Now, after the explosion of digital media, all the websites, Telugu websites, are available with them. Now, with the advent of the apps, So they can get the Telugu information in seconds because it is as good as sitting in Hyderabad. The person sitting in Hyderabad is getting the information about the Vizag or Telugu states as good as the person sitting in the New York or somewhere else. So the reach is an opportunity. The reach is a very great opportunity. So the quick dissemination of the information is giving us in a lot of opportunities, and it also gives us a experimenting with the news. Say earlier we used to give a kind of I can tell you an example, like, okay, say if we wanted to give a article about Brahma Kumaris, okay, we have to put it in a certain formats, right? It should be a feature story or a news story or some kind of a motivational story like this, or for that matter, an interview with a senior person in the organization, like that. Now we can multiply put different formats to about the organization in different ways. Like, we can talk about Mount Abu, the facilities in the Mount Abu's, and the important programs that is happening in Mount Abu in our app. Or we can talk about spiritual awakening programs that is happening in Brahma Quran is through our print. We also can talk about various motivational speeches by speakers in our website. So now the opportunities are far and wide. So the only question is how we are going to use the opportunities and how we are going to face the challenges. So now I'm sure now with the advent of the more and more technological innovations, so the opportunities override the challenges, and soon we will get a very, very robust media to propagate various aspects of our lives. Once again, thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk about the challenges and opportunities in media. Thank you very much.
Many special thanks to Brother CVLN Prasad ji to share great thoughts.